In this session, we want to look at variables, understand variables. But before we do that, we mostly start by playing with numbers. Let's look at how Python does operations like addition on numbers, multiplication on numbers, and subtraction on numbers, right? We are going to use some basic things to see, which will introduce us or make us transition into understanding what variables are and why they are important. So let's do that practically. So I have variables, right? And I have I want to do some operation. I want to do some addition between two numbers. So the numbers that come to my mind now are 5 plus 6. So let me do 5 plus 6. So 5 plus 6. Let me also do the multiplication. 5 times 6. And then let me do the subtraction, right? So 5 minus 6. So I'm using the same numbers, right? I just want to see addition. Let me do division. 5 divided by 6. Okay, so let's run this. So let's run this and see what's going to happen, right? Hmm, nothing appears. So what is only showing is the our console regular options or regular message, right? That refer to, but there's nothing in between that we should expect. What we want to what we are expecting, right? Should appear between this message, but it's not showing. Just the console uh, regular message, but whatever we have done is not appearing in the console. Why that? I just ask that it's not appearing, it's not displaying. So in Python, if you want to display something, what do we use? We use, yes, we use the print function. So because we didn't use the print function, nothing is going to show for each of them, right? For each of them, Python has done the operation, just that you cannot see it yourself because you didn't use the print function, right? So we use the print, you have to close this within a print function. So the first one, we close it in a print. The second one too, let's close it within the print function as well. Then the third one, all of them within the print function so that we can see it in the terminal. Is the last one. Okay, so now all of them have print, right? All the operations that we've done are now in a print. So we should see them, right? So let me run this. Yeah, so we have something now. So 5 plus 6, the first one operation give us 11. The second one, 5 times 6, give us 30. The third one give us negative 1 because 5 minus 6. And the division, 5 over 6, give us 0.83333333. Yes. So Python has done the operation first. There's that we didn't use print, and Python is going to. Now I want to change the 5 and 6, right? I want to change it to a different number. Don't want to do this additions operation between 5 and 6. I want to change the numbers. So to change that, I have to go to 5, right? Yeah, that's the thing. Let me go and use 10 in 10 here, and this number let it become uh, 3. Yes. So I want to do that 10 and 3. This one to 10 and 3. And then the last one to 10 and 3. So let me run this. Yo, so 10 plus 3 is 13. The first one comes. The second one also shows. The third one also shows. And the fourth one, the 10 over 3 also shows here. So the four prints have printed their messages for us. Now I want to change the number again, right? If I want to change the numbers again, I don't want to use 10 and 3. I want to use 30 and 5. So what do you think? We have to go through the pain of going to change in each print function. We have to go and change the numbers over there. And it's going to be taking our time, right? That's why what if we instead of changing them individually, right? What if we put these numbers in a container and use those containers inside the print function so that whenever we change anything within the container, right? The container uh, the container will use that in the print functions instead of I going to each print function and changing it manually. We'll just refer it to a particular container. So that container will be used, right? Those containers that we are going to use, we'll call them variables. So now let's see how that is done, what I mean by that. So let me say we have two numbers, right? two numbers. But this container, we need to name them, right? So let me the first container I'm going to make num1, right? Number one, our number one is equal to 10, right? And then I'm going to use another container for the second number. Number two is equal to 3. That's what we are using currently. So instead of using the numbers, so what I did is that for number one, I have given the 10 value to it, and for the number two, I've given the 3 value to it, right? So if I come to the print function, instead of writing the 10 and 3 themselves, I will just write the container name, the container's name, number one plus number two. For this one too, I will do the same thing. Number one times number two, and this last one, number one times number two. Yes. So now those number that are those names which are number one and number two, I actually started naming them in the beginning, and I gave the 10 and 3 to them. So, and I'm using those names, right? I'm using those containers inside the print function to do the operation. Okay, so let's run this and see if we will get the same result as before. So let's see. Yeah, we have the same thing, 10, 30, 7, and 3, 3.33. Now we want to change the numbers. If you want to change the numbers, we don't have to go to the each of the print function again. We just go back to the number one, right? Number one, let's say I want to use 100 and do the 30, 30, I want to make it 20. See now, I don't have to go to the print function and be changing the numbers um, individually. But what I'm trying to do is just changing the name of um changing the number in the containers, right, which is number one and number two. So number one and number two are just acting like container that are holding the values that we are giving, and then wherever in the code, whatever in the remaining lines, we use those containers name, we are going to refer to those numbers, right? So this one makes it concise. It makes it like easy and less stressful to be going to each and every individual. So each time you want to write some stuff that we'll be using constantly, right? It's best to use containers, and these containers are called variables. Variables because they are going to be varying. Those values that you put inside can vary. So that's just the name variable. So we use variables to store data, and the data are now used in the rest of our code. That's what variables basically are, and they are very important throughout the programming language. Variables are used enormously, so you have to understand and be using them mostly. So now, um, how do we do these variables? How do you create a variable, right? We just have the variable name, the name that you want to give to your variable. Then you use the equal to sign, equal to equals to whatever you want to give it, right? So now I can also do name, name equals to. So now for a name, right? You remember the data type, right? This one I want to write a name. I want to write Samuel. So Samuel, I need to put it in inside a single quotation mark because it's a string, right? Because it's a string. So now I'm storing this name inside uh, the name Samuel inside the container name. So now I'm not going to use the name now. For these ones, I'm going to clear all this print stuff, right? And just use my name. So print the container name. So yes, so the name here is name, right? I'm printing that name. So when we print that, let's see what we can see, what we are going to get. Yeah, so you see that we have Samuel, right? Because the container that we are printing, right, is the name of it is name. And this is what we have here. And then what is it containing? It's containing Samuel. And Samuel is the one that is showing up, right? So if I'm continuing the code and writing the line and I have more code, right, what will happen is that I'll be able to add to be using this name multiple times without coming back and writing them manually, right? This is how variables saves you time and allow you to do a lot of stuff. So yeah, so mostly from now on we'll be using variables, right? So all the data types that we learned, right, we'll be storing them in a variable or container and be using them to write our codes, right? So when we continue and then we are using them in most of our lines and do stuff, we used to them mostly. But remember, We have to now befriend variables at this point, and they are just basic things. They are just serving as containers to which you give your data and use your data in the value by referring to the name of those containers. It makes it easy to make changes to them in order to keep your code concise and more understandable.